Hello to all the hair besties in the land. I have no eyebrows. Today is kind of a paranormal hairtivity day. I just had a perm done. I just want you to see how, like, after getting a perm, my hair just gets 1 or 2 shades lighter. When I get a perm, it's not like an 80s perm. It's kind of like wavy and textured. That's what I want when I get a perm. I don't mind the gold parts, but I don't really like how it turns almost like an orangey brown tone in some parts. It's not a big deal, but before I get started, I want to put my eyebrows on first. I don't really put much makeup on. I just like contour, a little bit of concealer. Look at the difference that makes. I have eyebrows now. I posted my video with James Charles after I lost 35 pounds. You guys have to know, a lot of my videos are not in chronological order. So I have to film all of my videos in advance for so many different reasons. So yes, throughout that journey, I have lost over 35 pounds. A lot of the weight was around my stomach, underneath my chin, and my cheeks, and then I shaved my face. So then I got all these hate comments, and everyone think that, like, you know, I had cheek implants and all that. I did not get cheek implants. Look at this. A lot of times we have negativity online and that's all we focus on. And I want to do a little thing where we celebrate people we love. I was listening to Taylor Swift's new album. I saw an interview where she was saying, like, a lot of her past lyrics that she wrote or stories that she told through her songs, it came from a negative place. But sometimes it's great to tell stories about people we love, celebrate the things we love. And the sad part is that in the YouTube realm, it's so focused on drama. Everything's on drama. What's the tea? What's the scoop? No one cares about beauty anymore. No one cares about real education, and that's kind of sad to me because I give so much education on my YouTube channel and I've always stayed positive, but yet those videos never get as much love. I think we should focus on happiness, and that's what this video is about. And I'm going to share some of my deepest, darkest secrets in my childhood that affected me and made me who I am today. I do want to put my face on. I'm naturally really pale. I've been accused of, oh, bleaching my skin. No, this is what I've always been. I was so insecure about being light-skinned that I used to tan like almost every day, if not every other day. And on top of tanning, I went to go get spray tan. It wasn't until my mid-30s until I finally stopped tanning. And thank God I did. I started getting lots of moles and freckles from tanning. As you can see, I'm contouring my cheekbones. People don't realize I contour, highlight. I do the outline of my contour first. Growing up, I never felt like I fit in anywhere, especially in Oklahoma. I was the only Asian kid, and there was a small Asian community in Oklahoma. And even with the Asian community in Oklahoma back then in the 90s, I didn't feel like I fit in. There was no social media. I tried to be someone I wasn't back in high school just so I could fit in. K-pop wasn't that popular back then. All you had was Jackie Chan in movies, so people just make fun of you. Ching chong, ching chong. Slant their eyes like this. On top of that, you know, not having a gay community. So for me, I pretended I wasn't gay back then. I tried to have a girlfriend, and I was even engaged to her. I was with her for 11 years. I am now 38 years old right now. We were together for 11 years till I was 27. She was my best friend. I didn't know the difference between love and attraction. There's no YouTube back then. There was no one I could reach out to. I was alone. I walked different. I talked different. I tried to, yeah man, what's going on? That girl's fucking hot. Things got hard when my girlfriend that I was with wanted to get married. Her mom, her dad, her brother said, you guys have been together for almost 10 years. Get engaged, get married, and have kids. So the pressure was on. I'm just gonna diffuse my contour. Because I'm so pale, my muscles don't show up. But you can see I do have them. But what I like to do, shadow in, really make those muscles pop on camera. Look at the difference. You see that? People think I get shoulders and muscle implants. Come on guys, I work out like 5 or 6 days a week and I diet. Give me credit. Sometimes I like to enhance my cleavage as a person. I've done so many free videos on YouTube, but then people don't want to see me do anything else other than hair. Yes, I love doing hair, but please just let me be me, make music and do what I love. Let me have a life, you know? Like I love hair and I always will, but there's more to me. A lot of my passion comes from different places that inspire me to be creative when I do hair. Today is exciting because I launched the Wicked collection. Get the swatch book. This is a new hardcover swatch book, so it's very durable. This is the underlying pigment page. This shows what happens when you lighten the hair, what is underneath. As you can see, my natural hair is level 4. I want to take it up to a level 6 usually. I would normally use Shadow Ash 6 with dark shadows to get my ash brown color, and sometimes I'll use Wicked Shadow 5 to control the red tones that occur when you lift. Since I don't really need to lift my hair, I only need to neutralize neutralize. I am gonna use demi-permanent color, so I'm gonna choose to use Wicked Shadow 7. I have so much red spots on my face. So this is a great time for me to put a little concealer. Let's put a little concealer in there just to get rid of that redness. Let me mix some color. And I'm gonna measure everything with a scale. My first color will be Wicked Shadow 7 Demi. And I'm gonna pour in the dedicated 6 volume developer, 1:2 ratio. This ensures that it's acidic, and I'm gonna whisk her up. If you guys really hate red and brassy tones, know that you can use the boosters. There's aqua blue and turquoise when you want to neutralize the warmth in your hair and you really want to amplify the color. So you can add this in. So the turquoise booster is great when you want to neutralize red or brassy tones. Aqua blue booster, which is great for neutralizing any of the orangey tones you don't like as you lift. Ultraviolet booster, which is also great for blondes when you're lifting and you want more of the iridescent tones. The pink glow is amazing too. I like to add it into my rose gold colors to make it more pink. I am not going to add them into this formula because a lot of hair besties have messaged me and asked me to use the Wicked Shadow on its own, so you guys get to see what it does on its own. Don't forget to put on the hand condoms. The last 4 years I've been touring and traveling the world doing education. I got really stressed, really tired. I was eating unhealthy, and then I got so many people make fun of me because I said yes to everything. Everybody wants me here, there. Oh God, we need you in this country, at this show, and I love doing the shows. I have to learn how to say no. Even though like everybody wants to travel the world, for me, I started saying I don't get to see my dog Mimi, see my clients anymore. I felt lost. I had to learn how to say no and start eating healthy again, working out again, and feel good about myself. It inspires me to write music, and music was my escape. And I released a song called Wicked, and it's about some of the darkest times in my life, how people accuse you of certain things, and there's haters on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere because people don't know you and you want to tell people wait for it. Let me show you. I take vocal lessons, I sing, but yet people discredit me because when I did my first song Naked a year and a half back, people was like, oh, auto-tune, he can't sing. Well, it's my first time in a recording studio. I was learning a lot of stuff. I didn't know how the studio worked. As time goes by, I've learned a lot and I became a better performer, a better singer. There's something raw and real about being an independent artist because you're not controlled by a marketing strategy. What you get is real. The song Wicked was kind of like my side of how frustrated I was, and I made an amazing music video and everything out of it to tell that story. But I didn't want everything to be so negative all the time. Like I was telling you guys earlier about the Taylor Swift story about like focusing on good versus the bad. So I wrote a song called Midnight, which shares a story about my past growing up and hiding who I was as a gay man. I flipped the script, if you will. I became like the jock, the football player. In the 80s, I want to put Asian Americans in that spotlight because growing up, I never see anyone that looked like me that plays a jock. And now in 2019 or 2020, time has changed. We're more aware because of social media. Back then was so different. Anyway, so the colors in the bowl, I almost forgot. I'm gonna apply it from the retouche down to the mid shaft. Let's go back to Victoria. She also went to beauty school and we did hair together side by side in the studio. Honestly guys, I still love her to this day. She probably hates me. I drag her along this relationship, which I also wrote a song about, Quit on This, where I felt bad because I felt like we promised each other that we'll always be together, and that was the most hurtful, painful thing I've ever done in my life. For me, it wasn't me giving up on our love, it was me giving up on our friendship that hurt me so much. Because after I came out to her when I was 27, I thought I was bi. Being bi was more like a transitional cover-up, if you will. I ended up falling for a guy. I couldn't tell her. She had to find out who I was talking to on my phone. In that text message, I told Devin, I miss you. I can't wait to see you again. And she's like, who's Devin? I was like, oh my God, she caught me. MySpace was out and someone messaged her and told her, he's cheating on you. I had to tell her. And I remember her throwing my clothes out the balcony and throwing a vase, throwing pots and pans at me. It was very dramatic. It was like a K-drama moment. And then she threatened to tell my parents. So the first person I told was my brother, and I broke down crying and I said, I don't want you to hate me, but I have to tell you something. I finally told him that I'm gay, and those were the hardest words to utter out my mouth, is to own who I was. And you know what he said to me? The first word that he said to me was, so? You're still my brother. So she was over at my parents' house crying, and my parents were like, what's going on? They thought something was wrong with me. She loved me, so she couldn't really tell my parents. She respected me enough to have me be the one to tell my parents. So when I first came out with my Naked collection, we filmed a short film film. The only way I could share this emotion was make a short film telling this vulnerable side to me, being naked. When I made Naked to You, my second music video, I decided to share that story yet again. And this time it shows me kind of coming out to her and celebrating who I am. And so it shows me with the guy that I left her with, and she embracing and accepting me for who I am. I felt like I didn't really get to share the story the way I wanted to. So then I came out with Superpower. You really see the romance, the love, the struggles, pushing and pulling and fighting. But there's that moment where I go, if I love you, I have to let you go and set you free. So I gave her the power to fly, and I finally let go. And that music video is like one of my favorite music videos ever. And I didn't even stop there, because I made another music video, Midnight. The saga continues. Do watch them, because they do tell a very vulnerable part of my past that makes me inspired to create colors that have more emotion than just, here's a box of color. I'm 38 now, and I love being by myself. I never got to really know who I was, so I go on a date with myself, go to the movies by myself, because it's kind of like, what do I like? You have to get to know what you like, not who you are with someone else. I applied the Wicked Shadow 7 all throughout my retouche, so I'm able to kind of like dissect in the inside and make sure I get everything. And now that I apply this here, I'm gonna mix a second formula. Alright, so the ends are more porous, so what I'm gonna do is, I have a little bit of color left in my bowl from Wicked Shadow 7. As you can see, it looks kind of green. I am gonna add 8SS, and I'm gonna run it through the ends. And the part around my face where it's lighter, I'm just gonna put 8SS, so that's 30 grams. And I'm gonna add dedicated 6-volume developer. I'm gonna isolate out the front piece. We like to call these front pieces money piece. So I get to apply 8SS Wicked Shadow 7 to the remaining hairs. When you're adding more pigment onto hair, it will always look darker. But also when you're going ashier, ash colors, green, blue, will always appear darker to the eye. I really want to make a difference in the hair community, because I feel like there's so much negativity, and I think you guys know it too. I remember like when everyone was like, oh, we love you, Guy Tang, because they saw me as an underdog. He's different, he's paving ways for people. As soon as, you know, I launched my own collection, became successful with that, they forget that you're human. He has too much going on, we don't need to give him credit anymore. You know, that type of business. People come into your life because they want to gain from you or take from you, and when you have nothing to give them, they're not around. So how do you know who your real friends are? Your real friends are the people who are there for you when you have zero to offer them. No followers, no fame, no money. Those are the people that truly love you. Actually, I'm gonna mix Shadow Ash 9 and 8SS and put it in the front. That way it doesn't go too dark, because I don't mind having that light money piece in the front. Equal parts 8SS and Shadow Ash 9. Sometimes it's better to have 1 or 2 good friends than to have 20 bad ones. It's almost like, would you rather have $1 or 100 pennies? I don't want to carry around 100 pennies, because that's a lot of weight. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna let this process for 25 minutes. I'm back! My color! I'm obsessed! I still have that money piece around my face, but it doesn't look as coppery or orange like it did before. My hair feels so much softer because the color is acidic. It closes the cuticle, and you can see I still have light brown hair because I chose Wicked Shadow 7, which is a dim eye color, so it only glaze over the hair and like neutralize all of the red, so it still gives me a nice controlled brown. The box looks like this. Wicked Shadow 7. I used the full concentration up in there of the Wicked Shadow 7. It has a beautiful shade of natural brown. I am obsessed with this. Alright, I'm outside now. You can see the color still looks amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go into direct sunlight. Woo! Obviously the sun exposed a little bit of warmth in the hair. Actually, window lighting is my favorite. So I'm at the window right now, and I could definitely see the shade of brown. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Please do yourself a favor. Go out, get the Wicked Shadow collection and Shadow Ash collection if your clients want some neutralized ashy color to control warmth, because I know I love it. Anyway guys, thank you for being a part of this storytelling color process with me, because I feel that before being a hairstylist, we're a human first. People just always go, oh, be professional, talk about hair, but at the same time, we're not robots. Don't be a victim, be a victor. We go through these challenges in our life to empower us to be stronger. I think the hardest part is learning to let go. Moving on is sometimes the best thing for you. People come into our life to play a purpose, to prepare us for something and to help us learn and be stronger. And that's our superpower. Our superpower is knowing our own strength. I don't want to just put things out there because it's marketing. I want to be real. I mean, what are we going to do in 5 years? Just market ourselves for 5 years or 10 years? Market ourselves to the day we die? Come on, that's just so stupid. For the first time in a long time, I finally feel free to be myself. And the last thing I want to do is go like, oh, you know, let's strategize. How many of you guys out there feel like you get put in a box? It's so weird how people don't want us to do anything other than what they know of us. This is not their life. This is your life. Take control. Please leave your comments below. Tell me what is it that you do and what is it that you want to do. But people tell you to just stick to your day job. Click thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Facebook and everything. Love you guys much. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Dragging you through the mud, what was I thinking?